they almost like cannot feel that in any step of the way, they have to stop and pause and figuring out or leave us. So Ju.com began in 2013 as JuCoin. And last year, we were still JuCoin. It's a regional exchange. And the scale of today tells us a different story. We have 50 million users worldwide. We presence in more than 100 countries. And we have $5 billion in daily trading volume, and our token moving from 10 cents now to above $7.5. We are no longer only a venue that we trade assets, we are an ecosystem. And you can see our juchain really providing the infrastructure. And also we have ex-brokers connecting real-world assets. And our JuCard and JuPay, they are taking and linking finance to our daily use. And JuLab is our investing lab in the future. And at the heart of our daily utility, here I would like to highlight is the JuPay, which is the world's first payment system that truly breaks the geography. With JuPay, payments are no longer defined by borders. For example, a trader in Dubai, they can remit to family in Singapore. And with fiat and crypto flow seamlessly in one channel. And JuCard extends this experience to everyday spending. Doesn't matter from your coffee shop or to global travel or user, you just can swap and scan with low fees, enjoying the same simplicity, whether they are at home or abroad. For daily use, JuPay covers everything. Scan to pay and our QR payments and red packets, peer-to-peer transfers, and it bridges the Web 2, Web 3 in real life. And
So as you heard, this is the ecosystem that has been created by the exchange. Now I want us to listen to one last message concerning JBank. So we have juchain, we have ex-brokers, we have the JuCard and JuPay ecosystem, and we have JuLabs. Now, on top of juchain, a decentralized Web3 smart contract has been built called JBank. Now, let's listen to this message from the CEO of this multi-billion-dollar corporation. For those of you that don't know her background, folks, you can come check her background. She's built her career with luxury industry giants like CXG, where she was the CEO for many years. She's worked at some of the highest levels at the World Bank as well. She went to Oxford as well, and so many other things we'll get to hear. But let's hear this very important message about JBank, the staking platform, and what the exchange plans to do with this.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our JBank members joining from Japan, Korea, and US, Europe, and beyond. I'm truly inspiring to see such a strong global community here. Yeah, and for those I haven't
皆様、こんにちは。そして、I'm very sorry to interrupt. 皆様、こんにちは。本当にこんなパワフルな時間を、機会を設けていただき、とても嬉しいです。日本だけじゃなくてですね、全世界から人が集まっていて、このような時間を取れて、とても嬉しく思っております。
For those who haven't met me or you are not familiar with me, my name is Sammy Lee. I'm the CEO and co-founder of JU.com, Ju.com.
で、初めてお会いする方もいらっしゃると思いますが、改めまして、私は JU.com の CEO のサミーリーです。
First, I would like to thank everyone. JBank has grown incredibly over the past 10 months and entering the 11 months, and many of you have also joined the Ju.com ecosystem. That means a lot to us.
まず最初にですね、皆様に感謝をお伝えしなければいけないです。この JBank はですね、この10ヶ月で大きな成長を遂げましたし、今から11ヶ月目に入るんですけれども、多くの皆様がこのエコシステムに参加してくださいました。本当に大きな意味がありました。
And today, our JBank has over 10,000 holders globally, with Japan and Korea accounting for about half of the community. That's a very strong foundation.
JBank は世界中でも1万人以上のホルダーがいますので、この約半数が日本と韓国のコミュニティなので、非常に強固な基盤だと考えております。
I have worked in global finance for many years, and one thing is very clear to me is the future of finance will be more open and more connected and more global. But technology alone doesn't build an ecosystem. People do.
私はですね、長年グローバルな金融世界に、金融の業界にずっといたんですけれども、一つ明確に感じていることがありまして、それは金融の未来は、とにかくオープンで、これからもずっとコネクティブ、みんなとつながって、よりグローバルになっていくということです。だけど、テクノロジー、技術だけでは、エコシステムは作れません。作るのはいつも人です。
And tonight, I really want you to hear this from me directly and in person. JBank is not a temporary project, it's a core part of our future. And Geo.com is fully committed to make it grow. And thank you. And I'm really looking forward to the conversation.
Folks, you heard it directly from the CEO of the multi-billion-dollar exchange that is behind the launch and the success of this project that is called JBank, right? So I want to dive in straight into the presentation, folks, and we can understand what JBank is all about. So, quick backstory, the exchange, which is 13 years old right now, created your blockchain layer one, which is only a year old. Many of you know Solana, Polygon, Ethereum, right? Almost every major layer one that has been created has become successful. Folks, I'm going to repeat, almost every major layer one that has been created has become successful. There are only a handful of exchanges in the entire world that have been able to launch their layer one blockchains. Ju.com is now on that list. Okay. Now, in order to grow their ecosystem, you have to experiment and create new ways to attract Web3 users by giving them the most rewards they can find on other networks. And they're doing this through JBank. What is JBank? JBank is a decentralized Web3 self custody. You see, now this is to me one of the most important words here. Decentralized means that there's no one owner, so neither the exchange or the people behind it are the ones that can say they own or control. They only manage and direct. The users, however, the ones who stake are the ones in control. Web3 means it's built on blockchain. Now, self-custody means there is no middleman between you and your ownership and you and your transactions. When you stake, it doesn't go through a company. When you withdraw, it comes directly from the liquidity. No company in between, right? Now, this entire ecosystem has been built and designed like an on-chain savings bank protocol where you're saving on the blockchain as opposed to a traditional bank, and you're going to get rewarded the highest rewards, all once again launched by this exchange, Ju.com, right, and partnership with JBank, as you can see. Now, there's a lot of utility and benefits you get from being in this community. Number one is the fact that everyone here has access to a banking card from a third party recognized and regulated bank. This bank is called GAT Bank. Exclusive for our JBank members, we have the GAT Pay card, which can be funded with USDT, Tron, BEP20, or ERC20. One of the cheapest fees on the market. This bank is regulated. They have the SWIFT code, IBAN, multi-currency accounts. You can send wires and receive wire transactions. Regulated in the same location as Citibank in Malaysia and Bank of America, same license, okay? So here you download the app once you get the card. Now, in order to get this card, you have to be staking inside of the banking protocol of JBank, which is on chain. So when you stake at least $3,000 on the juchain blockchain, you would then now get access to apply for this card. There's a current promotion where we are getting this card for free. So please take advantage of the promotion in crypto. Timing is everything. It's not only just when you want to get things done, but when things actually have to get done. It's the most important time you need to take note. Okay, now the fees are very cheap. It's only 1.5% at the ATM or at the POS to use this card, and the monthly fee is only $1. right? So very, very good card to have. You can spend as much as $500,000 a day. You'd also be able to convert fiat to crypto and crypto to fiat as well via this bank service that we are being provided. Now, all of this has terms and conditions. Please get with the person that invited you. Once you do apply for your card, you're going to need a code to get it attached to this bank. The code will have to come from your sponsor if they already downloaded the app as well. Okay. Now, here we are staking a token called JUP. So, at the heart of this entire smart contract is the JUP token. We are converting our USDT, hard liquid in crypto, and we are exchanging it for this token. It can only be purchased through the smart contract, folks. This is not because I'm saying it. This is how it's designed. So if you go outside and you say you bought JUP somewhere else, the answer is you have bought the wrong thing. There's only one way to acquire JUP, and you have to get a link from someone else who's inside of the smart contract. They send it to you, and then you can purchase directly from the smart contract. Okay. Now this is running on the juchain, so you know it's very liquid. In fact, the Ju blockchain has filled with assets. Even the exchange has almost $500 million in crypto sitting on their blockchain. So liquidity is not an issue, right? Now here we know that we are able to use the Olympus DAO model, which is what JBank is built on. But what is the Olympus DAO model? Think about staking projects as a bicycles. Most staking projects are just bicycles. You just have to you grind your leg and keep moving. Then there are certain smart contracts for staking designed like the Lamborghini, designed like the Bugatti. Olympus DAO is like the Lamborghini and Bugattis of smart contracts. Very well built, complex engine mechanism to ensure that it will run for years without ever breaking down. And that is what they have done. Since 2021, this Olympus DAO type of smart contract has existed for 5 years, paying out ROI non-stop. No company rugged, no person rugged, no one shut off the lights, no one lied to anyone and took anyone's money. On chain, blockchain, and we earn every day. So this system has been adopted by this exchange, and they said, let's create something that already works, that people trust to be sustainable. Let's make it our own version, and let's add some things that the others do not have. That is what JBank is, right? So here we're able to earn up to 2,500% every year, right, through what they call compound. Here we are getting paid actually every 8 hours, right? So you're receiving tokens every 8 hours once you stake. Now, how this works is there's three types of contracts. Before we get started, I just want you to know that 99% of the people in the community all choose number one. Okay? So I'll start from the other ones from right here, okay? So the first we have is the flexible no lock. Here you stake, and your crypto that you stake, your capital, is not locked in a contract. Meaning that if you want your capital in 5 minutes after you staked, you can unstake it, no fees. If you want to wait for 1 day to see if the system worked well and you don't like it and you want to leave, folks, you can do the same thing, right? Your capital is not locked. You earn profits every 8 hours. One thing is that our profits is never locked. Doesn't matter what contract you choose. Your profits are never locked, okay? So you can earn and withdraw those profits every 8 hours, okay? You can withdraw any time of the day you want, right? As long as you have profits in there. Within a day, you would notice that they paid you 3 times that day of 0.1. Now you have 0.3. So $10,000 as an example will earn you, right? In this example, if you start with 10,000, 10K, you will earn $30 a day, right? This is option number one. Now, this $30 a day, you can withdraw it every day, or you can let it compound. If you let it compound in a month, you would have earned $941. Okay, which you can claim. So you can wait at the end of the month, you can come and claim this 9.41%. Or you can let it grow for 6 months, right? So that means that in 6 months, you haven't done any withdrawal. You just wanted to see how the compounding would grow. And you notice that you come back and you have $7,155, right? Which is 71.5%. Then you just continue to let it grow, right? You notice that in a year, well, you say, wow, in a year, this is what I have. So in a year, you'd have accumulated $19,875 in profits, right? So you can either withdraw every day, you can wait every month and withdraw this, you can wait every 6 months to withdraw this, or you can wait at the end of the year because you're not in a hurry and just claim all of this. That's option number one. Okay, so now let's go to option number two. Here, users want to earn more. So they decide to stake in a much longer contract. So they stake in a 180-day contract. Now, what does this 180-day mean? Does it mean that you don't get any profit till 180 days? No. You earn profits every 8 hours, 0.2. So in this case, if you had $10,000 staked, every 8 hours you earn $20, 0.2. In one day, remember, you earn 3 times a day. So every day, technically, you're earning 0.6%, which is $60. So here, you earn $60 a day. Now, you can withdraw the $60 that very day, or you can just wait. Because when you wait, the system always calculates your profit and your capital and pays you the full ROI on everything. So that's why you notice that every day your profit keeps paying you more when you don't withdraw because it's technically compounding. They are calculating everything in your profit, everything in your capital, and they pay you 0.6, not just on the capital. So here, compounding is really helping a lot of people earn a lot. You notice that in a month, you'd have earned 1,970 dollars in profits in 1 month, almost $2,000, right? Then you look further, you notice that in 6 months, this has grown to 194%. So just 6 months down the line, when you thought all you could earn was $2,000 a month, you realize that 6 months, because of compounding, right? Because $2,000 a month in 6 months, 2 times 6 is 12. So you shouldn't be at 19,000. But because of compounding, you're at $19,400 in 6 months with your 10,000. And in 1 year, you would have $79,000. $79,000 in 1 year. They call it 791%. So that is your option. Now we're going to look at our favorite, where I can tell you for a fact, literally everyone on our team, and I'm pretty sure other teams as well, but on our team, what I can speak on, everyone, 99% of all those that stake chose this. Why? We earn the most, 0.3% 3 times a day, $30 3 times a day. That's $90, 0.9%. So here, your same 10,000 would have earned $90. So versus $30 or $60, $90 is the highest. This is what most people want, right? So now here, you realize that you can take that $90 every day. There's no one stopping you. You go there, you hit claim, and you collect your profits. Or you can let it compound. Just let it sit where it is. They calculate the whole thing and pay you more. They calculate the whole thing and pay you more. They calculate the whole thing and then pay you. So they keep paying you more profits for just letting your profits sit. You notice that in a month, you'd have already earned $3,000 in a month, right? Now you can take all this profit or you can just let it continue to grow. In 6 months, can you imagine that? You thought that you had just $3,000 a month, but you come back and now you have $40,000 worth of tokens in just 6 months. Give it a year and see what happens. 2,500%. Folks, this is all automated computer technology and what we call smart contracts versus tokens being distributed, not dollars, tokens. The dollars can change anytime. This could double tomorrow and everything here will be doubled. So the tokens have a dollar value, but you get in tokens every time. It's on a smart contract. Nothing is going to change, right? If you're earning, you're earning it. It's not that you earn and someone doesn't earn and they have to check the issue. No, it's a smart contract. The minute you stake is equal for everyone. You earn, we earn, I earn, they earn, everyone earns, right? So you allow a year to pass by. You notice that you come in there to check on your capital and you notice, yep, your 10,000 is still there in a different wallet. And then you go and check on your profit and you notice that your profit is massive, $250,000 worth of tokens, all because you decided to go with the staking in the 365-day contract and compound your returns. But if you want to take profits every day, you have $90 a day. If you want to wait till the end of the month, take that $3,000. Just wait 6 months and you can pull all this at once, 40,000, or wait for the end of the year and take all of this at once. So this is how we earn passively in this smart contract. Now, there's a few mechanisms that are in play today that really make this thing safe and long-term, right? And I'll leave that for you to judge when we go through it. But just to show you, we've already done the numbers, right? But in a scenario where the price of the token goes down 50%, right? If the price stays the same and never changes, then yes, whatever tokens you have earned, same number of tokens, it has different value. Here you can earn $40,000 in 6 months from 10,000, like we just discussed, because the price never changed. The price goes down 50%, there's no need to cry. You know why? You are still in profit. You see, it only becomes an issue when you are in a loss. Even when you break even, the only thing that was wasted was your time. But when you are in profit, you are in profit. And that's what's important. Here, even with the price going down 50%, you walk away with $20,000 in 6 months from 10,000. That's a big win. Now, what if the price also, I wouldn't even say what if, when the price doubles, because this thing is going up. When this price doubles, then you have $80,000 to collect. Same number of coins. So here, the name of the game is asset accumulation. The more assets you accumulate, which is the tokens, you have nothing to worry about when it comes to the price. You could care less about the price as long as you are making so much tokens more than what you actually put in. Real life example, I had somebody text me today, Kojo, is there anyone, is this thing real? Is 1,000 tokens really going to be this? You put in $100, will you really earn 2,500%? I said, let's look at a real example. This is someone's back office. And some of you that are here, you can contact your uplines and let them show you. For those that started 3 months ago, 2 months ago, they can show you the profits are as real as they get, right? So 1,030 tokens, which is $10,000 at the time that this was staked, in 5 months has earned 3,358 tokens. 1,000 tokens has earned 3.3 more tokens. At the time that this screenshot was taken, the value of those tokens is equal to $32,315, meaning that it was around like $9.70 per token. Because if it was $10 a token, it would be $33,580. Tomorrow, it could be $10 a token. The price is always moving. It could be $11 a token, and all this person's tokens will be worth a lot more than what you're seeing here right now. 5 months, one individual's account. They can come here and claim all of this 32,000 and go pay as many bills as they need to pay. And this will continue to earn nonstop till the end of their 1-year contract. And then they unstake it and restake it back again if they want to continue. So folks, this is the reality that people are living in inside of the smart contract. Now let's talk about withdrawals, because this is where sustainability is put to a test. Okay, we get it. You're paying a lot of rewards in tokens. What is preventing this token from going up extremely fast and coming back down extremely fast, right? These are good questions. So we're going to go to the charts real quick because I want you guys to look at something before we even get started, right? I'm going to show you the 1-week chart. You can see that the highest point was $12. The lowest point was about $8.40. The worst sell-off period of this coin saw it go down 40%. Okay? Now, it's only 195 days old. 6 months and a few days, right? 6 months and 15 days. It's only not 195 days old. Now, right after the pre-launch, a lot of people had tokens and they were just selling while less people came in. So more sales, less buys. Guess what? There's a mechanism in place we're going to discuss that prevents this project from being a pump and dump. You see how it bounced back? And look at the daily chart. You see how it maintains a green versus red, green, red, green, red, green, red. Just keeping it consistent with peaks in between and growing steadily in price. Growing steadily, right? In price, folks. Growing steadily in price. It's not a flat line. This line is going up, right? So there's a lot that we see going on with this token. Now, real quick, we're going to jump onto... Well, I'm going to jump back to the PDF. So mechanism number one, okay? Mechanism number one has to do with the withdrawals. So here you have this person that made $2,000 worth of profit, 2,100, right? They want to take their profit from, this is all passive, okay? They come and hit claim, okay? There's 2 options. The first option, 99% use it. The second option, almost no one uses it. I'll explain why. You hit claim. When you hit claim, this is what happens. Instantly, all your profits leave that wallet and go to you. Okay? But they go through a liquidity fee, 25% in fees. That means for every $100 you withdraw, $25 stays in the system. It doesn't leave, it doesn't go to anyone. It stays in the system to ensure that the person that you invited, when they also withdraw, there's money to collect. Right? Now here, all these fees, you would think they're going to the company or someone. Folks, they are destroying the fees. They are reducing the supply of coins by burning all those tokens. They're destroying it, half of all those tokens. The other half stay in the system to keep tokens in there. So this reduces supply every time there's a massive sell-off. More sales, less coins in the system. More selling, no problem, less coins in the system. It gets to a point, there's so much liquidity sitting in the system with less coins. The price stops going down. No matter how much selling, the price just stops going down. It starts to maintain. And then when more people buy, it goes back up again. And that's what you saw in that chart. Now let's go on to how this breakdown works. So now after the fee is taken, all your tokens go to you, but these tokens are spread across 20 days. Okay, I'll explain what that means. So now you have the fee. Let's say you have $1,800 worth of coins left. They split it up into 20 slices. You go to the pizza store, you buy a large pizza. They say, wow, large pizza. Who's it for? You come, you get it. They cut it up in slices so that when you go home, you just pull one slice out of the entire pie and you eat it. When you're done eating, before you take the next slice, same thing here. They break down that withdrawal into 20 pieces. You get one every day. So day 1, you receive some. Day 2, you receive some. Day 3, you receive some. Day 4, day 5, day 6, every day till day number 20, you are getting paid. So let me show you how that works. So someone's staking put 10,000. They waited for the end of the month because then they have a larger share, 30%. They take that 30% profit and now there's a fee, liquidity fee, 25%. No problem. They're left with $2,250. So there's 2,250. Instead of getting all at once for them to sell, so the price would be affected, guess what? The smart contract divides it into $112 a day. And so every day you are able to sell $112 every day. So you're getting all your money, but broken down into smaller units. And when everyone is going through this, this means that everyone does not sell a large sum at once, regardless whether the person put in $1 million, $1,000, $10, $100,000. Everyone goes through the system, which reduces the pressure on the coin and allows us to all eat from this fruit for a long, long time. Right. So, folks, these are the 4 reasons why the exchange is telling you to be a part of this. I believe the number one part is the fact that this is low entry, it's affordable, everyone can get in for $50. You earn 3 times a day, every 8 hours. So you make money 8 hours, you take it out, you go your way, right? Also, the coin itself has utility. You saw that card, they're going to implement the token in the card as well. Not only that, the exchange has their own payment service like Shopify for businesses where you get a QR code and anyone can pay you in crypto. You have an online store, you can purchase a lot of stuff for merchants with crypto. They are putting the JUP. This is why it was made. This is what the exchange is telling you. JBank plus payment. This token is the future payment token of the Jew ecosystem. Okay, so they're implementing the token into that service as well. All our job here is to collect as many coins as possible so that when all these beautiful things are happening, we can sit back and say, we were in there, we made these tokens, we spent these tokens on this stuff, we bought this with that, we accumulated wealth, we helped people, and so on and so forth. And that brings us to the comp plan, right? So the comp plan, they keep it very simple. 3 ways to earn. First is from the directs. Anyone you share with, whenever they earn a profit from staking, you get 10%. Okay, so we only earn what people call rebates. Okay, rebates or check match bonus on your team's daily profit. The second is the ranks. When you hit a rank, you have the potential to earn through unlimited levels. Now, there have been many comp plans in the past where people were capped at 20 levels and 10 levels and 15 levels, and people still made millions of dollars. What are you going to do in a compensation plan that is unlimited levels? There's also the same rank bonus, where when someone is at the same rank as you, You're not left out. You get 10% of what that person earns from their team. Now, there are two rules we want to know. The first rule, you have to stake the minimum of $50 or more before you can earn any commissions. The second rule is that all commissions are capped at a 4x, meaning that whenever you earn and you hit a 4x cap, your commissions stop until you go and stake some more tokens. So how does this work? Let's say you have $100 staked. That means that your $100 will earn ROI every day, whether you have it, if you have it on a 1-year contract, that means every day is earning for 1 year. Nothing changes that. Your commissions, however, is capped at $400, 4x. And once you earn commissions up to 400, you have to go stake some more. This allows for continuous flow of liquidity because affiliates who make a lot of the profits have to continuously add more back in the system. And all of this is a flow of liquidity that never stops. So this is how you create a long-term sustainable project. One of the measures. This is we talked about 2 already. This is mechanism number 2, right inside of the system. Now let's talk about the commission. So in order to hit the ranks, pretty simple. They're looking at volume. That's it. Not you need 20 directs and 10 have to be stronger than the other, and these ones have to jump around and these ones have to not jump. No, just volume. That's it. Volume and a maximum of 2 teams or 2 legs. For the first 4 ranks, if you have just one direct, one person you shared with who invested, that's it. You can max all 4 ranks. Or one person you shared with who shared with other people and built a team. You can max the first 4 ranks. First rank is V1. You need 200 tokens on your team, which is equal to about $2,000. All this volume produces about $18 a day. You will get 10% of the entire $18 a day. Whatever of this volume is direct to you, whatever it earns, you also get 10% from your directs. Okay, so this is the rank bonus. And that's just everyone gets this on their directs. Okay. Second rank is V2. You need 1,000 coins in your team, which is equal to about $10,000. You are at 20%. Okay, now show me a project, and I want somebody to put a 1 in the chat. Show me a project that you know of, and we can talk later, where you can put in 10,000 in volume and earn over $500 a month in commissions, not one time, without ever adding new sales. No volume flush. Every month you earn $500. You do this one time, volume, one time. You see, not a lot of projects create the room for many members to achieve ranks. The bar is always set high. Here, 2,000 is the first rank. 10,000 is the second rank. Now let's do the math. If the team earns $90 a day, and let's say you shared with 10 people who put $1,000 each, so they're all your directs, okay? Now you get 10% of what the $90 is producing, $9 a day, okay? You also get 20% of all the profits from this 10,000, the $90 a day, $18. The two together is at $27 a day. $27 a day in commissions. Multiply that by 30 days. $27 by 30 days. Somebody please put the answer in the chat for me. 27 times 30. What would that answer be? Okay, 27 times 30, and there's one answer, 810. So for producing this volume every day, every month, when you come to take commissions, your commissions is at $810 a month. If you're here and you are looking for an opportunity to pay some bills, to take care of your family, put a 5 in the chat now. Because what you're about to see from here on is how you create wealth. This is okay to pay some bills, but we're going to show you how to create wealth, right? V3, 20,000 in volume. You had 30%. So imagine what a V2 did. What would a V3 do every month? At V4, you have 60,000 in volume and you had 40%. Let's look at the V4. Let's say a V4, you have 60,000 in sales, but all this sales, let's say you invited 10 people who put $6,000 each. They're all your directs, right? Now imagine what happens. You get 10% from what the directs earn every day. So the 60,000 is going to earn $540 a day. This $540 a day, you get 10% every day, $54. Because it's your directs. Now, because you're a V4, your rank, you had 40%. What is 40% of $540 a day? $216. So $216 plus $54 is equal to $270 a day. Every day. Folks, show me a comp plan that would pay you $8,100 a month. Show me. Every month for 60,000 in volume. Every month. You don't have to redo the volume. One-time work, long-term results. So that is why everyone needs to put their focus in this opportunity. Everyone wins. Somebody stakes, they earn. It's not that you have to recruit to earn project. You stake, you earn, you never have to share with anyone. But if you do, then you open up yourself for more wealth. Now, V5, you need 100,000 in volume, 10,000 coins, right? And 2 teams. Now you need 2 teams, right? So that means if you have at least 2 directs, 3 directs, 4 directs, 5 directs, you're in good position. Okay? So here you can see that you get to 50% profit share. Now remember, you have a V4, we'll call it A, and then you have a V3 team. It doesn't have to be your directs. It could be anyone below this arrow, underneath those teams that hit the rank. But whatever the percentage is, 50 minus V4, 40, 10%. So this leg, the volume that produces the profit, you get 10% on the profit every day. Here is V3. So you get 50 minus 30, 20% of the profits coming in every day. Right? We know that most V5s average between $140 to $200 a day in commissions. That's between $4,500 to $6,000 a month for just this volume. Because there's people sharing in the profits with you. So that's why you're at this percentage. Now, what about if you have teams, we'll call it C, call it D here, call it team F, right? Team X, team Y, right? You have these other directs, and they have no rank, no team. They're all investors. They put in, for example, $50,000, right? $50,000 means that they earn $450 a day. Guess what? Because you're rank 5, because they're direct to you or on your team on other legs with no rank, you will get 50% of that $450 a day. From just these investors of 50,000 in volume, you can earn an extra $225 a day. And what if you earn 150 from your team as well? Folks, you're already at almost $500 a day with just 150,000 in volume. Over $15,000 a month in commissions. You heard it. With just 150,000 in volume, you're almost at $15,000 a month in commissions. What if you now start to aim higher and produce with your team and get to 1 million in volume? We've seen 1 million in volume V8s. V8s are doing about $1,500 to $2,000 a day minimum. Minimum. $60,000 a month. Right? And once you get to V10 plus, this is where it gets interesting. You get a full 20% override on the entire volume. So with $10 million in volume as a V10, think about it. For those of you that have been there, done that in multiple companies, your team, let's say your team produces 0.9% a day, right? That's $90,000 a day. The least you're going to earn, is 20%, $18,000 a day. This is the bare minimum you would earn as a V10 plus with just $10 million in volume. Times 30 days, this is over $500,000 a month. Show me a compensation plan where you went to build 10 million in volume and you earned $540,000 a month and you never had to do new sales. Never had to worry about it. The company gonna take the money and run. You never had to guess if they had money to pay out because all you do is go on chain and you can see the liquidity and the transactions. This is what we are trying to tell people about. This is the new age, decentralized finance, right? Now, there's so much that can be done here. V10 pluses would average easily over $1 million a month, right? Now, when you come to withdraw, same thing. There's a mechanism in place that prevents affiliates who are earning a lot of commissions from being the reason the coin goes down in price. Because also the commissions have a liquidity fee when you claim 25% liquidity fee. And all those commissions, half of the coins are being burnt. All those coins, all of them just going and being destroyed every time somebody withdraws. So now they take the fee, let's say you're left with $750 in commissions. They divide that into 7 units. So every day you get about $109. The next day, you get another $109. And you notice that by day number 7, you've got the whole $750. They only break commissions down 7 days. So affiliates are being rewarded faster for the work that they put in to build the liquidity, right? So very, very interesting project, folks. Once again, this project has been around for only about 195 days. We are just getting started. You are one of the first globally to see this. This is a project that focused mainly on growing in the Asian market. We were fortunate to hear about it not a year, not 2 years later, but within that period where they are now ready for global expansion. When you convert your USDT to JUP, there's no fee. When it's time to sell the coins that you have earned and taken out the system, there's a 5% sell tax on the coin, and it goes back to the ecosystem. Everything about this project is about generating revenue through all the different fees and the circulation of profits and the circulation of new investments and new members coming into the staking. All of it is building up to this, what they call their on-chain decentralized bank that they are creating, where you and I are at the center of it. And so we get rewarded the most tokens. And we are being given access to services like a banking card from a registered, regulated bank. We are given access to use our token in the near future to spend on the JuPay, which is a system created by the exchange. Now, for those of you that haven't seen the exchange, we're going to go on their website real quick, right, before we close. This is the exchange, right? Today alone, they've done $12.7 billion in trading volume. They are not here for our coins. They are very liquid. They have technology on top of technology. What they are looking for is people on their blockchain that they can now move the centralized technology to, because all the banks are going decentralized. If you don't know, go read the news. All the exchanges are realizing that even though people love using Coinbase and Kraken, the people with a lot of liquidity are running to Hyperliquid, running to Asta. These are decentralized places where you stake and you get rewarded rather than keep your money on Coinbase or Kraken. So a lot of banks are now investing in those DeFi companies and projects because they want to own it, because they know all their members are going there. This is the future. And so this next generation enterprise of crypto payment platform, which is like a Shopify, Square mixed with PayPal all in one, owned by Ju.com, is where the JUP token will be integrated. Do we see what's going on here? So how do you do this? You build a community on chain first so that they can use your products and services. You can have the best restaurant in the world, best chef. If nobody comes to sit down and eat food, you have nothing. So why have the best of everything when you don't have the community? And so they are building this on-chain community. And once again, the last video from the CEO before we close, 2 minutes, folks, 2 minutes of your time, understand once again where she puts her hand on her chest to specify what they are building.
Hi, everyone. I would like to say hello first and good evening, everyone, and welcome to our JBank members joining from Japan, Korea, and US, Europe, and beyond. I'm truly inspiring to see such a strong global community here. Yeah, and for those I
あ、
haven't
皆
met,
様、こんにちは。そして、I'm very sorry to interrupt. 皆様、こんにちは。本当にこんなパワフルな時間を、機会を設けていただき、とても嬉しいです。日本だけじゃなくてですね、全世界から人が集まっていて、このような時間を取れて、とても嬉しく思っております。
for those who haven't met me or you are not familiar with me, my name is Sammy Lee. I'm the CEO and co-founder of JU.com, Ju.com.
で、初めてお会いする方もいらっしゃると思いますが、改めまして、私は JU.com の CEO のサミーリーです。
First, I would like to thank everyone. JBank has grown incredibly over the past 10 months and entering the 11 months, and many of you have also joined the Ju.com ecosystem. That means a lot to us.
まず最初にですね、皆様に感謝をお伝えしなければいけないです。この JBank はですね、この10ヶ月で大きな成長を遂げましたし、今から11ヶ月目に入るんですけれども、多くの皆様がこのエコシステムに参加してくださいました。本当に大きな意味がありました。
And today, our JBank has over 10,000 holders globally, with Japan and Korea accounting for about half of the community. That's a very strong foundation.
JBank は世界中でも1万人以上のホルダーがいますので、この約半数が日本と韓国のコミュニティなので、非常に強固な基盤だと考えております。
I have worked in global finance for many years, and one thing is very clear to me is the future of finance will be more open and more connected and more global. But technology alone doesn't build an ecosystem. People do.
私はですね、長年グローバルな金融世界に、金融の業界にずっといたんですけれども、一つ明確に感じていることがありまして、それは金融の未来はとにかくオープンで、 これからもずっとコネクティド、みんなと繋がって、よりグローバルになっていくということです。だけど、テクノロジー、技術だけではエコシステムは作れません。作るのはいつも人です。
And tonight, I really want you to hear this from me directly and in person. JBank is not a temporary project, it's a core part of our future. And GU.com is fully committed to make it grow. And thank you. And I'm really looking forward to the conversation.
Folks, you heard it all. I'm going to stop the recording here, stop the sharing at this point. And if we do have any questions, please feel free to ask. If you have any contributions that you would like to make as well, please feel free to do so. Thank you so much.